The Dungeons and Dragons Essentials Kit is a boxed set that is designed to help players get into the game for the first time. It's set up for 2 to 6 players, and is got a beginner's adventure as well as dice and everything you need to play. In today's guide, we're going to be looking at what's in the box. We'll be physically unboxing this kit that you see here in front of you. I'll give you my first impressions of what we see, and we will be connecting you to more resources that you can use to help get started playing Dungeons and Dragons. Our goal here is to give you the best impression of, is this box worth your hard-earned money? Is it worth your time to sink to getting into learning how to play this thing? And we want to connect you to the best way to get into the hobby of playing Dungeons & Dragons as possible. This video is part of a series of resources we're creating this year. We're here in 2020. Our community has taken on called Play D&D 2020. Our goal is to help at least 2,000 people get into the hobby of playing Dungeons & Dragons, and so our goal is to create the best resources for you. So more of that will be into the links in the description below the video. And without further ado, let's jump in and start getting into the product itself. So this D&D Essentials Kit, it goes for $24.99 list price. You can see it kind of in the corner of the box here. It's not great on camera. Just trust me on that one. But right now on Amazon, it's going for about $15.99. And I think that price will stay. It's pretty common to see the D&D products go out and come out with a discount that stays on Amazon. So, and anywhere you'll get it, really. So let's just jump in. What we'll see here in the box, again, the camera is not great at picking this up here, but just see if I can read with you here. What you're getting in the box is on the box here, the back here. You get a 64-page rule book. You get the Dragon of Ice Spire Peak, an introductory adventure, a map, a Dungeon Master screen, 6 blank character sheets, 11 dice, 81 cards describing magic items, sidekicks, and more. And then to the right here, it shows that we get 2 codes to continue our adventure on D&D Beyond, including a 50% off discount for the Digital Player's Handbook, a product key to unlock the digital version of this guy here, and access to supplementary content for Ice Spire Peak. So honestly, packed with content for 16 bucks. My very first initial reaction for the box is that it's heavy. It does feel like there's some significant weight going on here. The box feels like it's a good quality. Let's jump into what we find inside. All right, so straight out of the box, I see our dice. The dice are in a little clear plastic package. I kind of wish they were in a Ziploc just because I love keeping things in a nice organized fashion, but it'll do the job. The dice are they're actually beautiful. I mean, it's kind of what I would call your standard quality dice, but they're a beautiful red. I love the way that they'll look on a table. I love that they didn't give you just the basic set of 7 dice for each player, but you get a few D20s in here, a few D6s, as well as the assortment of D4, D8, and everything else you need in the middle. So dice look like good quality. Give you a little bit of a closer look there. Good deal. Nice dice. All right. Very next in the rule is the rule book in the box here. Just initial impressions of the artwork. It looks really good. The binding feels like it's good quality in the book. Wizards of the Coast have done a good job in this edition keeping good artwork up and good quality print materials. Just a quick thumb through. I like the maps. I like what I'm seeing. Monsters here in the back. Looks good. I like it. Excited to dive into that. Let's put that to the side for now. Looks like we get a little card box for the cards that come in the set, which is a really cool bonus. for someone that's played in the hobby for a while, getting item cards and spell cards always seems like something that is a kind of a nice to have thing for an adventure. And it's just kind of cool that it comes with these. So I'm excited to see what they look like. I haven't even checked that. Box feels all right. All right, what's next in our box here? All right, so we've got initiative trackers. Okay, way cool. So it looks like it's going to recommend that we pass these around the table for who goes first in initiative order. So we would roll our dice to see who goes first. And sometimes you're tracking this on paper, or in my weekly game, we track these on a little wet erase pad in the middle of the table. But this is cool. This is a cool little physical reminder of who goes first on initiative, or who goes next rather. So nice little thing. These are perforated sheets. Looks like I'll be able to tear them out. Cool. And so it looks like we're getting a series of cards for all the rest of the goodies that they were talking about there that go into the box. So you're not getting like a printed deck of cards like you would, kind of like a bicycle like deck of cards. You're getting perforated sheets that you'll be able to, fold. That's the word, Artie. Fold and break apart, tear apart, and put into your box. Still really cool. Even, again, for somebody that's been playing for quite a while, the ability to denote that I'm, prone or poisoned, kind of with something physical, is just really cool. So just really nice features that they've included in this such a low-cost product. So we've got restrained, prone, poison, charm, blinded, lots of good ones. Cool artwork on there. Looks like we have player portraits for probably some NPCs. Yep. So these are showing like a personality, an ideal, a bond, and a flaw for each of the characters here. Pickled Pete, Shanjan Quan, Talon Thornwild. Pretty cool for keeping track of the non-player characters in our adventure. Again, this is just another really nice to have that I, in playing lots of adventures, wish I kind of had something like this in my game. So to see it again in a starting adventure is great. Magic items, pretty cool. Potion of healing, potion of invulnerability. So I don't know if the idea is you would, perhaps at times shuffle some of these items and have your player draw for what they might find, or if they're more written into the story, that once you are at certain places in the story or the encounter, that you get certain things like a cool +1 longsword or a cloak of many fashions here. But it'll be interesting to see that how the rule book plays that out. But either way, again, super just nice to have for bringing into the adventure. Quest cards. Okay, cool. So it looks like just like a quest card, a quest board, I would be able to, as a dungeon master, kind of give my players quests that they can go work on. Really cool to have a good physical reminder of, what you may be working on. Great quality. Again, I've never been in an adventure that has all these nice handouts, and I'm actually interested to maybe even play this one, just kind of because of all the cool little niceties that it has in here. Next in the box, we have a map. Let's see what this map looks like. Let's make some space here. Okay. Cool. So this is a Sword Coast map. We have hexes for exploring Neverwinter Wood. Some of the cities here from the lore: Neverwinter, Phandalin, Coneybury. On the back side, it looks like it is an up-close map of Phandalin, which must be where you are spending most of your time. Maybe it's your quest hub or your kind of initial town. So really cool. Feels good. It's on kind of thicker stock. The coloring is great. I like that it folds into quarters to easily fit back into the box and come out at the table. Gosh, Wizards, you guys have done a really nice job on this product. All right. Let's keep going, guys. Rulebook. Again, $16 for all this. Rulebook. So, to compare, if you're starting to confuse the two, this guy here looks like it was our adventure book. So this is not how to play the game. These are the encounters that we would play in this specific adventure. But this doesn't teach how to play the game or build character sheets or anything like that. This guy looks like it is our Essentials Kit rule book. I'd be interested to know what the differences are between this rule book and what Wizards of the Coast calls the basic rules, which are a different set. Starts out how to play, core rules, choose a class. So what you'll find with these basic rules, either here or in the other basic set, is that this gives you kind of a streamlined set of rules, characters to get into the hobby without as many complications. Instead of having Ben and Jerry's 33 flavors or however many there are of ice cream, you might have 4. You might have your chocolate strawberry, vanilla, and maybe one more, maybe chocolate chip. So yeah, much more straightforward classes and options there. And then the more elaborate classes and options and additional rules and spells and things are beyond in different rule books. So cool. Again, we won't go too much into reviewing the specifics of the book here, but wanted you guys to see the just quality of the books. I mean, I'm impressed. They look good, they feel good, they don't feel flimsy. Okay, next in the box. So this is our Dungeon Master screen, looks like. So this is the screen where if I'm running the game for my friends, I'm going to set it in front of me, kind of like so, and on the table, and it's going to give me a couple things. One, it's going to give me a place where I can keep the notes or creatures or encounters for what's coming up, treasure maybe that the players haven't experienced yet, keep that air of mystery. It gives me a place that I can roll dice where the players can't necessarily see the results and keep them secretive from there, build that suspense perhaps. And they've built in really cool little tips on the back of the Dungeon Master screen here for understanding how to run the game, how to understand different statuses, so attacking, dashing. Sometimes we will see Dungeon Master screens that are very specific to an adventure, and it looks like this one is much more general, which I like a lot. I like that there's a multi-use Dungeon Master screen that can remind me, what does it mean to be paralyzed or frightened or grappled, prone, for example. And what the players would be staring at end to end is a cool look at some adventurers kind of going through. Cool dragon on the other side. This is probably the art from this adventure. This is probably the Dragon of Icespire Peak. Got some cool orcs here. Love it. Loving it, loving it. I'd say quality-wise, this is the first piece in the box that hasn't been like as awesome as I might like. I mean, I'm not complaining. For 16 bucks, it's awesome to have a DM screen at all. But there are nicer quality DM screens that you can get that are in more of a kind of cardboard, laminated material rather than this is feels like just good quality cardstock. Could be thicker, could be a little more sturdy, but great. Honestly, great. All right. And getting the last few things out of the box here. It looks like I have a small stack of character sheets. So these look like they are kind of multi-page character sheets. They're front and back at least. So these give me the ability to build my character in the game and play. I'm interested as I dig into the box. This will be on the next review, whether or not this adventure suggests going with pre-made characters that they have in the box, or whether or not they are recommending that you build your character from scratch. I really think that if you're looking for a product that's your very first, venture into playing Dungeons and Dragons, it might be worth it for your first session or so to just grab a character sheet that's already been made for you, to just experience the game, roll some dice, have a good time, have an adventure, see what the ebb and flow are like for yourself, and then get into building your own character sheet. I feel like they're having the context of how the game went might give you a more informed opinion on how you might have more fun, you know, with a certain character that you might build. So it'll be interesting. I'll kind of put that in my next review in terms of what the end results are there. And like I said in the beginning of the video, we're creating lots of content this year, including some what we're calling a jumpstart adventure, which is kind of just that, a little adventure that you can play in one evening with pre-made characters to just help get you into the hobby. All right, lastly, a little marketing slick here. Looks like these are my don't put the codes on screen, Artie. There's a couple codes here for the D&D Beyond content that you would get by unlocking this box here. So that will get me access to the tool. The D&D Beyond tool it's fantastic. I use it all the time. It's my go-to. I use it over paper rule books and adventures probably 90% of the time, because I love being able to just what I would call Google things just in the user interface of the tool, look up what a spell does, look up what an ability does, bring up my character sheet, click into it, click on how many times I've used an ability, and not have to manage and remember all that on paper, referencing books and things like that. So it is awesome. I love that buying this gets you a discount on the digital versions of what you might get into with your next steps. So with buying a player's handbook and so forth. So let's see. I think we have it. I think that is our unboxing. So I will start getting these things back in together here as we start wrapping up. So just in terms of takeaways for you, in the links in this video below, as soon as we have the video done that actually reviews this content, that'll be in there. The links for what I was calling Play D&D 2020, lots of great content for helping people learn how to play D&D, that'll be in there. And I'll put an affiliate link for this specific product. If this thing looks cool to you, feels like something you want to buy, check it out for 16 bucks on Amazon. I'll put our affiliate link on there. If you go through and buy it, we get a small commission. It would help us out and help us grow the channel and the content. So thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Looking forward to seeing you on the next video, and happy gaming.